that you've successfully created your very first Instagram account on your iOS device, it's time to look through all the different features and settings. Before we open it up, please go into your email account that you had created to create this Instagram account and click through on the verify email that Instagram would have sent you. It's essential that you do this as it closes the final step that validates your account in Instagram's eyes. Once you've done that, let's open up Instagram and take a look. You were probably bombarded with Instagram asking you to connect your Facebook friends or your contact list in order for them to help find you some new accounts to follow. If you didn't do that, you will be presented with this screen when you log in again. And if you click the green button that says Find People to Follow, you'll see that again it allows you to find friends that you have on Facebook. It'll give you the option to look through your contacts to see if any of your contacts are on Instagram. And then there's the option for Instagram Suggested. And if you click that, you'll see there's a bunch of very cool Instagram accounts that Instagram has curated, thinking that you might find them interesting. So you can refresh this by scrolling down and up. You can do this as many times as you want. It will keep giving you new options for you to follow. And you can follow as many as you want. Now, let's go back, and if we don't want to do any of that, you can click this little icon here. This is your profile. This is what brings you back to your profile. So let's click that. So as you can see, I've already kind of filled out a little bit of my Instagram profile for Wolf Millionaire. I'm going to walk you through all the different screens. The first one is to show you how to edit your profile. So click this button here that says Edit Profile. Now, you can see that we have a bunch of different fields that I've already filled in, and I'm going to erase them all just so that you can see. This very first one that says Name, right up here, this allows you to put in 30 characters of a name for your page. And that's what's going to show up right here in bold. So I put Wolf Millionaire Inc. just because that's the company and the Instagram account that I have for this company. I want it to be known that it's Wolf Millionaire Inc. Now, for you, you might want to have something that describes the product or your page or anything that you want to have to convey to your followers what your page is about. This is also a very important field because it allows you to put in keywords to piggyback off of other major pages. So if you had a Ferrari page and you put Ferrari in here and someone was searching for Ferrari, your page would show up somewhere along those rankings. Same thing with any other brand or keyword that you want to piggyback along, you can put in here and will help you rank when people search for that product or that niche. So going back into Edit Profile, you can see here, this here is the username, which we can change at any time. And again, as you change through different usernames, this little icon will either light up green if it's available for you to use, or it'll go red if it's already been used. This field here is the URL field. And again, I will wipe it out, and it says website. So you can put in whatever URL you want here, keeping in mind that Instagram only gives you one spot to put a linkable, clickable URL on your profile. So make sure it drives to either your business URL or your business website, or a landing page if you're trying to sell a product or an affiliate product, and make sure that it's clean. And I'll show you in another example how to make a short, clean URL using Bitly. So again, let's go back into profile, and you'll see this area right here. This here is the bio, and let's see, let me just erase all this so that you can see exactly what field that is. So there it is, it says bio. Now, I'm just going to cancel because I don't want to save these changes. And when I go back into Edit Profile, you can see that you have a little bit of space to work with here. And it's 150 characters that you actually have to use here. And Instagram will tell you when you've gone over that limit. But you want to keep your profile bio as short and succinct as possible. You don't want to ramble on about stuff that doesn't really matter to people. Or your page, because you want people that come to your page to get a really quick snapshot of what your page is about. So keep it short, keep it succinct, and keep it professional. In the next video, I'm going to go through a couple examples of different profile photos and profile bios that I think are excellent. And then I'll show you a couple that could use some work and to kind of highlight the differences that exist between a good profile and one that could use some work. Now, you see that I've got my avatar up here, and I'm going to walk you through that. So you can either access it from that edit profile, or from within your page you can click on your profile photo. So if I click on it, I'm presented with some options. You can see we have change profile picture, remove current photo, import from Facebook, import from Twitter, take a photo, or choose from library. So I'm going to wipe it out. I'm going to go remove current photo. This is what your account's going to look like when you first log in if you haven't specified a photo when you created the account. So let's click it and let's add something. I've already saved the Wolf Millionaire avatar to my camera roll so that I can access it on the fly. However, if you have Facebook or Twitter connected, you'll be able to access any photos that you've uploaded to Twitter or Facebook. So I go choose from library, and I go camera roll, and you can see that here's my Wolf Millionaire logo. Now, you can zoom in as much as you want, but the circle outline that you can see here, all this is what Instagram is going to use to display on your profile photo. So make sure you've got it zoomed in just enough and centered so that it looks as big as possible and as bold as possible. Voila, looks beautiful. Remember, you have to keep something that's going to look good at a small size. Even if it looks good on your profile like this does, doesn't guarantee that it's going to look good when it's in someone's feed. So if you're designing a brand new avatar, you have to keep this in mind. And I'll go into more depth about good avatars, bad avatars, what avatars need more work, to give you a better sense of what you should design for if you're designing a brand new avatar. Whether you're an existing brand, a brand new brand, current company, a new company, it's pretty simple to create something bold and simple to convey what you're about. Now, the other part of Instagram is this little wheel up here, which is the settings, profile settings or options page. As you can see here, we've got find Facebook friends, and if I click that, because I'm connected to Facebook, it's going to give me an option to follow all my friends on Facebook, which I really don't care to do. There's also find contacts. Again, it will go through all my contact lists, looking for anybody that I have in my contact list to see if they're on Instagram and give you the option to follow them. It has the option to invite Facebook friends, and then we have edit profile, and if you click edit profile, it brings you to the exact same edit profile page that we had when we were on our main page, which is this here. So click that wheel again, and I'll continue walking you through. So here's where we have the option to change our password. It requires you to put in your current password and then your new one. And again, if you're going to change your password, make sure it's a very strong one. Other than that, you have posts you've liked. So it's kind of a bookmark of all the posts you've ever liked. It's kind of handy if you like certain photos selectively, and then in a day or a week or a month, you're like, oh, I liked something online or on Instagram, and I want to go find that again. This is where you'll find it. We also have private account, and as you can see, I've got it turned on. All the accounts that I create, I leave on private first off so that I can curate and create the page before I release it to the public. That includes everything from my avatar to my bio to my website link, as well as seeding the account with 6 to 9 photos so that the profile has some photos in it when people come to see it and not an empty account. This is up to you. You can do this step, or you can leave it on non-private. If I click it, you'll see it just confirms to say change privacy. Anyone will be able to see your photos and videos on Instagram. You will no longer need to approve followers. So again, if you have it on private account, and we click down here, which is kind of our little news heart notification setting, you'll see that right up here, follower requests, there's 9 people. And if I click on that, I have the ability to X or checkmark all these people that want to follow my page. And in good time, when Wolf Millionaire is off of private, everyone will be able to follow. But just to show you that you can create a private page and moderate who is allowed to follow you and see your content. Which, that is something more that I see for a private account. If you want to have your own personal private account to share family photos, friends photos, your kids photos. You can leave it on private, and then people can find you and add you, and then you get to select who sees your profile. So again, back to our options setting, and we'll scroll down and see what other settings we have. We have linked accounts, and again, if you've linked and connected your Facebook account, this icon will be blue. You can link your Twitter, Tumblr, Flickr, Swarm, Weibo, Amoeba, not sure what that one is, and vContact. And what that's going to allow you to do is when you go and post an Instagram account, you'll have the option to also post that same photo and caption to any one of these accounts, which makes it very helpful for you to manage and push out content through Instagram and also deliver it on all these different social networks. Push notification settings. This is your notification settings page where you can turn on or off what notifications you receive on your phone. And as we can see, you know, there's everything from likes to comments to follower requests to accepted follower requests to friends on Instagram. There's basically everything. And for right now, I suggest you leave them all on so that you can see who's following you, see who's commenting, because you want to engage with your followers. You want to respond to comments. You want to see if someone's leaving positive or negative feedback. This is very important to grow a following and a brand of followers who will wait for your every post, every comment, and you'll be able to build a very powerful cult of followers. Outside of notifications, we have cellular data use. And this is intended for people who live in areas where maybe your cell phone signal strength isn't as strong as it is in the city's core, or if you've got a really poor Wi-Fi connection and you're finding Instagram really slow. If you select use less data, it's going to send you a little bit less data, making your Instagram experience much faster. So by default, you can just leave this on default, and if you notice Instagram is a little slow, you can play with this setting. Here we have save original photos, and by default that's on. That means that when you post to Instagram, it will take that photo that you've used and save the original version of it into an Instagram folder. This can be a helpful way for you to track what photos you've posted and then to use those same photos again at a later date, all in one little folder in your camera roll. There's the Help Center, there's Report a Problem. The Help Center just dives into you know, kind of the different basics, privacy settings, basically what I'm walking you through right now. And let's see, the Report a Problem, this is where you would report spam or abuse, something isn't working, or general feedback. I will go into these a little bit more detail in another episode to kind of walk you through how to report someone infringing on your copyright or trademark or stealing photos that you own, not that you've posted, but photos that you own and have posted, to give you a better idea of how to do that. And what else do we have? That's about it. You know, we've got a little thing that explains about the ads that you're seeing more and more of on Instagram. It's got the Instagram blog, the privacy policy, terms, their open source libraries, and then clear search history. If you click this and clear your search history, that's going to clear everything that you've ever searched of, which is this magnifying glass down here. And if you see, let's see, is there anyone? I haven't done anything on this since I've installed it, but if I have searched various accounts and gone to them, this will fill up with a log of people that I've seen, and over time it might get cumbersome and might just bug you, so you can go and clear that history, and all it does is give you a blank slate like you see here. Outside of that, the only other button that you need to know is this home button. And that's your home button feed. And as you can see right now, because I'm not following anyone, Instagram really wants to make me feel comfortable, like I am following people that are producing content. So it's going to keep bringing this up. So once you start to follow people, you'll see that clicking on the home button always refreshes your home feed and will pull in the most recent content from the people that you're following. And that's it. That's the Instagram walkthrough for the iOS device. I will go into more in depth about avatars, your bio, and the URL space here, and give you some good examples in the next episode.